Well, guys, welcome back to Living, Overcoming, Becoming, the podcast where we are healing out loud on purpose. What is happening right now, you ask? Yes, you are watching me, one, record in my car on my way from work. This is my now second job. And I just wanted to be honest today. This episode has no title. Why? Because it is officially a bonus episode. This was not the episode I anticipated shooting today. What happened, you may ask? Life happened. Not only has this podcast afforded me different means of opportunities, but now I work two jobs while also being a mother, trying to put myself in a better position. And, some of my guest hosts, we either have to reschedule or things happen where we couldn't shoot on time. So by the time I looked up today, I had no episode for today until I did. I asked myself, I said, hey, do I just take the week off? No, because I am trying to practice consistency. I have been doing a very great job of staying organized on top of things. And why take a day off? God doesn't take a day off. So, what am I talking about today? I am talking about the juggle. I am talking about the whirlwind of what life looks like as a called individual with purpose and how we balance that with everyday life. As you can see, today it was a little it was a little crazy today, but at the same time, even though it was crazy, I definitely had time to sit and actually think about what's happening. So, like I said, I started a platform where now people are listening to the voice that I have. Now I am being pulled in certain directions. Now I'm being challenged, but even in ministry, I still have to balance my everyday life. And what does my everyday life look like right now? Right now I am still in school. Like I finished my master's degree in March. On top of that, I have a 5-year-old in kindergarten. I work at a bank during the day. And for some reason, my other job wouldn't let me quit. So now I also still manage slash bartend part time at my other job. And through all of that, I have been trying my best not to collapse. I have been trying my best not to be weary. I have been trying my best not to fall into depression because at the end of the day, most of these things are the things that I prayed about. I prayed for a new job. I prayed for a mentality to be able to allow me to make the money and get the opportunities like moving out of my parents' house. I, asked God to put me in a position to where I would not need later in life. But what does that call for? That calls for sacrifice. That calls for faith overall, because I have to trust however it's happening that, God's will is above anything else. So not only am I trying to be grateful, I'm also trying not to, like I say, collapse. I'm trying not to collapse. But, you know, even still in this place, my place of growing, my place of trying to understand what direction God wants me to go in. Saying yes while still doing the juggling act is still something worth getting used to, because not only do I feel as though this is just a prelude to what could happen, I feel like this is also the the slow inch into I need you to learn how to handle this before I give you what else is coming. Am I nervous? Heck yeah, but am I also a girly that believes that God will never give me nothing I can't bear? Yes, I am also that girl. So where am I? I'm in the crossfire. I am uh still becoming. I am still trying to understand that all yeses are not necessary. All yeses are also not in the will of God, but as long as I am going to God first, that is the general idea. So, you know, this is just a me being real moment. This is a bonus episode. Like I said, this is just where I am right now. And, last week we had the episode with Joy. And, from that conversation, I really appreciate where I'm going in my mindset wise because I even had to turn around and I had to like rewatch it. And even the episode before that, I Can't Chase What's Temporary, I am starting to really notice the shift in how my mind works. I am starting to notice how my processing is a little different. And even though when I Can't Chase What's Temporary, I was still saying how I want some of the things that I shouldn't want. But even still, I'm like, at a place where I have to be proud of myself because I'm starting to feel bad about that, like wanting to do that. But at the same time, I'm still holding myself off from doing it. So even in my juggling that right now, I feel like even in my places of guilt where I'm starting to see all of my prayers come into fruition. It just wasn't the way that I expected it. But even still, feeling that guilt of like I don't deserve this or I took on too much. I'm starting to realize that even now I'm literally learning how to talk myself out of feeling that way. Like God has been giving me, I guess, the vision that not only can I handle this stuff, but this is, like I said, the prelude to how I'm going to handle the more. So, like I said, I've been doing these podcast episodes, even though I've been kind of running around in circles. I ended up doing an engagement yesterday. So I was pulled on by one of my elders at my church to basically do one of these episodes live. So it was like we rebranded. So it was strong conversations and it was for our youth weekend. And even in that sense, I kind of feel like I've gotten used to using my voice, but still in a live setting, it kind of really made me like nervous. And even in that situation, like even prepping for yesterday's event, I had really sat down one day and I was like, God, this is a lot going on. Like, I'm doing all of the things and now I'm doing your ministry and I feel guilty that one, I'm tired. I feel guilty that I'm nervous about this because I know you wouldn't send someone to ask me to do this and I not be meant to do this. But even still in the prep work, in the preparing, in the juggling before it happened, I was literally going in and out of my mind. Like, how am I ever going to be able to do anything else more than this? I had a moment because like I said, I'm tired. Like I'm running around and I'm balancing and I'm juggling and I'm trying to make sure that I'm paying attention to all avenues. And it really made me pray for my leaders differently this week because I'm like, they're in ministry. Like they have titles, like they have real like levels of trying to balance all the things at once. And I was like, if not for nothing, even just like an insight into what they feel, if all I got was how to pray for them better, that's worth it because listen, doing this is a ministry that I have and it's a lot. I can't imagine adding on all of the duties that they have, but I say all of that to say this. Prepping for what I did yesterday and seeing what goes into ministry and still being in a family, still being an employee, still doing other things. Bishop said something very interesting yesterday. If God can't meet you where you are in your personal life, then you're doing it wrong. And I have never carried God with me more through my weeks than I have recently, because I'm just like, I need you to strengthen me. I need you to give me an open mind to efficiency. I need you to tell me how you want me to do this when I'm doing this, and this, and tell me when something is necessary and when it's not. Like, I am really learning what the importance is to stay grounded in God, even in the shuffle, even in the juggle, even in the balance. And even if I have like a moment of like, I can't even think about it. Like, God, I want to pray to you right now. I love you, but I'm just tired, sir. Like, I'm even honest in those moments, like leaning on him even in those moments. It's like, God, I just need you to read my heart, read my posture, because right now my lips can't move. And it's that was actually something that they brought up yesterday in the discussion panel as well. It was just like, even in some instances where you can't express yourself, being honest with God and where you are isn't just words. It's in my tears, it's in my posture, it's in my screams. Like, I have been learning how to lean on God in like a completely different way lately in my juggle. And it's a beautiful thing, but it's also like a scary thing, because I'm just like, oh, like, I know, like, God, I know you have so much more for me. Like, it's just something I can feel in my bones. It's something I can feel you preparing me for. And I'm just like, oh, please prepare me for, please prepare me for the more, because with the more, I know that there's so much more, preparation. It's so much more that goes into it. It's so much more attention. It's so much more, like, I can't even explain it. But yes, like, my real truth moment, I am starting to see the tip of the iceberg of all of the prayers that I have prayed. And it comes with work. It comes with work. Faith without works is dead. I look at I look at this in a completely different way, because not only am I leaning on God and knowing that he's going to do exceedingly and abundantly for anything, any of the desires of my heart, as long as it's within his will. But it's also knowing that I have to keep doing the work. And it's not just the work that goes into the stewardship of the things that he gives me. It's also going into the work of making sure I stay in relationship with him. Like, I have to keep talking. I have to keep writing. I have to keep reading my Bible. Like, I have to really put in the work to make sure that I am keeping my relationship with him just as stable as the works that I do to get the things that I ask him for. And because, yes, some blessings do come on a whim, some blessings do just happen, but there's other things that you pray for that require some sense of work. And, like I said, the tip of the iceberg of my prayers and what I want, I see them coming into fruition. I see one thing stacking on top of itself, that's stacking on top of itself, but I know that it is going to require me to really hone in. It's going to require discernment. It's going to require prayer to make sure that I'm protecting myself, my family, like the things that I asked him for, that I am having the faith that he is going to bring into fruition, is going to require me to really level up on some stuff. And I thank God for the juggle, because at one point I wasn't being productive for nothing. But if adding ministry into it is what's creating the juggle, I ain't even mad at it. Like, I'm a little tired. My brain is a little foggy. But, I have never felt so fulfillingly tired in my life. Like, I feel like I'm getting to the point where even if I'm not where I thought I would be, I'm where God wants me to be. And even though I'm learning how to manage all these different aspects of my life, I know that he's in it. So I'm grateful because I could just be lazy. I could just be sitting on my butt. I could just be, you know, but I've noticed that even starting ministry, even though the work of making sure that other areas of your life are attended to, this particular avenue that I'm on, I just know that it's worth it. It's worth feeling tired knowing that I'm doing something that honors God, that, magnifies him. And then I literally take it everywhere I go. So it's just like my ministry, like Bishop said, like if God can't meet me where I am in every aspect of my life, like this is something that it takes a lot. Like the preparation, the editing, the putting it together, the getting people, in the line of like timeliness to be able to, like, even in today, me hustling to the point where I completely sidetracked not having an episode. God still had my back because he like is literally in my conversation right now, in the hustle, in the bustle, and everything. God is still in it. So let me just take a step back. And this is my heart check. This is my, yeah, I've really been doing the things, and I know the things are still coming. But at the same time, he's in all of those things. He's with me everywhere. He is there to guide me. He's there to help me. He's there to give me those words. And like I said, if this is what ministry is, even though I feel tired, even though I feel overwhelmed sometimes, even though if it got God in it, it's worth it for me. You know, it took me a little bit to get here, and it took me a little bit to actually feel quote unquote qualified. But I have never felt so qualified in my life, not even just because of the back, like the feedback that I've been getting, but it's just in the how I've been growing, like how my mind is changing, how my language is changing, like all of this stuff. I'm like, Big G, if this is what you got for me, I will figure it out. I will figure out tired later because I'm with whatever I got going, whatever this is, I'm with it. So, like I said, this wasn't exactly a mini-sode. This wasn't a full episode. This was I'ma sit back and I'ma give y'all the real of what's happening, what happened this week, what's been happening. And this is just my heart check. And I implore and encourage all of you guys to do the same. We are in the hustle and bustle. We in the balance, especially people in ministry, especially people doing discipleship, especially people that are juggling keeping God and the family and the job. Like it's not just what I'm going through. It looks different for everybody. So, take that time. Take that time. Like sit with God and be like, you know, even if I haven't really been talking to you that much, give me something. Show me some progress. Show me some productivity. Show me something good that came out of this because I need you, God. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes that is literally all it takes. Like, God, I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but can you please show me, tell me, give me a dream that shows me that you were in it all along? And then when I tell you that gives you like some kind of energy boost, some kind of kick, some kind, like I said, I've been down and out for the past few days because I felt like I was being disappointing. And here I am coming up with something on the fly because sometimes everything can't be planned. But as long as God in it, he got you. That's it. As long as God in it, he got you. So going into this week, I definitely challenge everyone listening. this week to not only pay attention to the details that you may miss, but I challenge you to really figure out how God is in it. And if he ain't in it, put him in it. We need to start getting used to putting God in everything, no matter how we feel, no matter where we're at, no matter what we're doing. Put God in everything. The more you put him in something, the more he going to make himself known to you. The more you're going to start to notice where he actually is. Put him in it. Put him in it. That's all. That's your homework this week. Just put God in it if he ain't already in it. And if he is already in it, start realizing how you can continue to do it, how you can do it more, how you can project it more. Because, the world need God. It's crazy out here, y'all. It is. It is wild out here. But that's all I have for y'all for this episode, my little in-between episode. Because here I Live and Overcome and Becoming, we know how to shift, we know how to improvise, and we know how to keep it real. And that was what today was. This is my keep it real moment. So definitely stay tuned next week. I do have a re-record scheduled. We will get Mia Smith on this coming Sunday. I promise. And if not, y'all just gonna hear me again like this. And it's fine, because this is still ministry. This is still discipleship. And this is still me putting God in it. I love you guys. And I will see you next Sunday.